Well, I'm back. Yeah, I didn't put out a video yesterday, so who's looking for it? I didn't do her. Watching little granddaughters. Yep, watching granddaughters. Every one of them wants to eat this. They don't want to eat the same thing. They don't want to drink the same thing. So, man, I even remember how to put a car seat in. By God, for the littlest one there. Yep, Mom had to go and take the littlest one there and go to the doctor. Blah, blah, blah. Well, I got elected to watch little kids. So, that's how that worked. It worked pretty good. I survived. They did too. So, anyways, we're gonna get back on here because of the big dooming gloom out there. Okay, we're gonna, oh, Iran, Iraq, Syria, and all, they're gonna strike and they're gonna pay back Israel, and they do anything there. So, oh, our tough president says don't. That's his word. Don't. Pretty unbelievable, ain't it? You know, they're still doing the same thing they've always done, and they're that fear tactic bullshit. You know, people, if you should always be right with God, always, because you never know when you're gonna meet Him. Yeah, that's right. You don't know face to face when you're gonna meet Him, so you should always be ready. Always be ready. Always be right with Him. So, you don't have to worry about that if you're right with Him. Because here in Satan's world, he's trying, boy, he's trying hard. He's trying to start another conflict here, trying conflict there. He's trying to destroy the dollar. Why? Well, that way they destroy the dollar, they destroy the world's currency, and well, everybody takes a tumble, and by gosh, he can come in with this. I'm going to save the day with my digital plan here. Yeah, they got to have a crisis to destroy. That's right. They got to have a crisis. So I don't know, folks. Ah. So they got to have a problem. You know, we're dealing with Satan's laws. They always like to put their it's always the opposite of what it says it is. Don't believe a word they say on anything. I mean, the only reason it's being held together is by God's grace. God sits there and holds it together for His people. So more and more will repent and come to Him so He can get every last soul He can to come to Him. Then one day, He's going to pull His grace out of here and let her go, let her fall. So we'll see. Nobody knows when that day is. So when they sit here and try to scare you and get you to buy this and buy that and everything else, I don't know what they think they're going to do with all this money. Man, are they duped. It's just weights and measurements. It's just a way to, instead of like a barter system. That's basically kind of what it is. We need a standard to barter with. To buy and sell goods and to hire people. You need a standard. It's just weights and measurements and stuff. That's all it is. All right, this just happens to be in debt notes. Yeah, we're promised to pay you. Promise. Who's making that promise? Government? Oh, they never lie. They never lie to you. Satan? Oh, he never lies. He's a good guy too. Most people that got done with their bullshit taxes. I've heard it. I don't know if I've repeated it on here or not. Knowing me, I probably have. But I asked the tax person, I said, hey, how many months of the year do we work down to pay taxes? Just to see if I was correct, what I heard was right. He said 6 months. I said, yep, that's what I heard. So people, you're working half a year for free. You're working half a year for the government. How's that make you feel? Half a year. Wow. And as inflation goes up, you know what happens. Cost of goods go up. Well, when you buy something, you're taxed on the cost of it. So as the cost goes up, your taxes go up with it. So you're paying more taxes again. When's it going to be 7 months? When is it going to be 8 months? Like I said before, I don't see how you're being taxed at all on income because you're not earning an income. You get paid in debt notes. You're not getting paid in anything. It's all made believe, made up crap. Satan system. That they're getting ready to try to crash. So they can take it from you and transfer it to them. That's right. Then they'll say, "Oh, you knew the risks. My God, you knew the risks. See that little fine print you can't read? Well, that's where it says you could lose it all, and you're aware of it. So when you do, that's on you. Meanwhile, believe everything we say. That's right. Believe it. So, well, I hope you're all doing well. I didn't want to be on here long. But yeah, I just want to get on here long enough to say, yeah, keep paying those taxes. It's interesting. Hell, turn of the century, I don't know, they didn't know what the hell taxes were. Man, less than 100 years, look at it. Look at the mess they've created in less than 100 years. That's like mind-boggling almost. And guess what? I don't know what day it is, but it's a few days. Well, hell, it's the end of the week. Yeah, it's Saturday. So Monday, yeah, Monday. World didn't come to an end. I think I got on here and I kind of proved I'm still here. I don't know about you all, but hopefully you're all still here. And I don't know. A few days later, you never know. It could still have earthquakes and tremors, and the world could still end. We're not done trying to fearmonger you. So, well, A few days goes by and we're still here. What interests me also is this. You get people on here say, oh, we're in World War III. World War III's already started. World War III's already. Has it? When we went in and to Iran and Iraq and places and take out a few people here and there and go to war with them for 20,000 billion years and cost us I don't know how many trillions. Well, I know how many that they tell you, but you can probably double that or triple it. They sit there and tell you World War III, we're in it. We're in World War III right now. All I've really seen is this, and it's no different than any other time. Ukraine, Russia. That's what it was, Ukraine and Russia. That's not World War III. That's Ukraine and Russia. No different than any other time when other countries have supplied both sides with weapons and money and whatever else, manpower. I mean, that's happened. But it's concentrated in those two places. Then, the Houthis, Houthis, whatever you want to call them, they go have stupid names all the time. These people are, the more I listen to them, the more stupid I get. But anyways, then Israel gets involved and they have this little fight over there. A few missiles here, a few missiles there, kill some people, chop some people's heads off, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But we're in World War III. Okay. We shoot off a few little things over here, or I should say, Israel shoots off a few things, bombs a few things, kills some generals, blah, 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 blah. But we're not in World War III. We're in some skirmishes here and there, here and there. But it's not everyone involved yet. So I don't know how they can call it even World War III. It's not even half World War. I mean, you got a few countries out of, I don't know, a couple hundred countries. And I don't know how they can call that a world war. A few countries out of 200 countries. I mean, we're not even a quarter of the countries are fighting each other. Oh yeah, they're supplying this, supplying that, this and that. That's pretty normal. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's weapons or missiles or what it is. You know, it could be canned goods. You know, if we weren't doing that, it could be tractors. It could be potatoes. You know, it could be corn. It doesn't matter. We would have still worked out a trade with them one way, shape, or form. We'd have been shipping something to somebody at some time. So all these people were running around, we're in World War III, we're in World War III. Well, we're not there. Are we headed there? Well, if things keep going the way they are and more countries get involved and more countries start shooting stuff off here and there to this, that, well, yeah, it could spread, sure. I mean, China keeps rattling their saber. Taiwan. Okay. What have you done? Well, nothing. Why? They understand. What's Putin done? Nothing, because he understands. Why hasn't Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Iran, Syria? Why haven't they done anything? Really? Well, Israel maybe, but why haven't they done anything yet to us? Well, they understand too. They understand that's a fight no one can win. But they're going to continually fearmonger you. Oh, I'm not saying it's not going to happen. Sooner or later, somebody's going to get just up here, and it's going to be like, that's it. I mean, we're done with this. If you ask me, they've showed lots and lots. I mean, they have showed restraint like you wouldn't believe. And Putin. Oh, Ukraine, I want you to surrender unconditionally. That's it. Well, if he was serious, he wouldn't say unconditionally. If he was serious, he'd say, "Hey, let's sit down at the table here and let's work out something here that we can both walk away from and we can both live with." If he really wanted to. But he doesn't really want to. Same thing with Israel and the rest of those countries. They wanted to work something out, they could. But they don't want to. So, this is all about creating a crisis, reacting to the crisis. Problem, reaction, solution. That's all it is. It does not play into your favor. They're going to run around and say, "Oh, we have the right. We have the right." I've talked about this many times. They're Satanistic, draconian laws. They're made up, make believe bullshit that they just come up with they pulled it out of their ass. Because that's what it's worth. These people have no control over you. They have no power over you. They have nothing over you. It's when you allow them. When you allow it to happen, it happens. See, what's happening now is we're getting a lot of these people that are coming in from other countries that are total. They don't have laws in their country. I mean, they do, but these people don't abide by them. A lot of them come up here to prey on people here because we're an easier target than them down there. They're used to their shenanigans down there. They're used to it. They're used to the cons and all. They know it. People here are gullible and stupid, and they're an easy target. So they come here. If you don't allow it, it won't happen. Because when it does happen, and you're not allowing it to happen, bad things happen to the perpetrator. And they don't like that. Just like the federal government and state governments. They want to be draconian and act like a bunch of thugs themselves and violate your rights constantly, every day, in and out. You can't comply with it. So, you can't comply. So they think they're going to come beat knots on your head. Well, you can let them beat knots on your head or not let them beat knots on your head. That choice is yours. You have free will. I always loved this. I gave you a lawful order. I gave you a lawful order. Okay, let's get this straight. Your little draconian pieces of crap over here make all these laws that violate your rights. Okay? Totally repugnant to the Constitution. And you're giving that guy, anyone, a lawful order. How about when you look at them and say, well, I'll tell you what, you took an oath of office to uphold the Constitution. And now you're breaking the law, and I'm giving you a lawful order to stand down or pay the consequences for continuing your actions. It doesn't matter. The law says I can do this. I said, the law doesn't say anything of the sort. It says just the opposite of what you're saying. So when I give you a lawful order to stand down, turn your ass around, get in your car, and get the hell out of here, I gave you a lawful order because you have broke your oath of office. But no, they will argue with you. Now, people haven't figured it out when they go, de la. That's the Pink Panther, Inspector Clouseau. You know, if you listen to him, de la. You know. But yeah, you see, you got to follow what they say, but they don't have to follow what you say. They got all these laws to say, you violated this, you violated that. But on the other hand, the same things they're saying you violated, they've already violated a whole bunch of times. And they violated your constitutional rights, a whole bunch of stuff. And I mean, I don't care what these lawyers got to say either, because they're a damn problem too. Instead of looking at them going, well, you know, all these laws that you made, you have broke those laws. You need to be written up, criminally charged, and prosecuted for your illegal actions. Judge, prosecutor, you know, doesn't matter. They all should be prosecuted for their crimes against what? Not just, you know, the Constitution. Let's take it a step further. Against your humanity, your inalienable rights, your grace from God. You see? They broke the law. The law doesn't say they have a right to say lawful order. No. If they have that right to say lawful order, you have the right to say lawful order too. If they say you didn't comply, they didn't comply either. So you charge them. The same shit they're charging you with, they're being charged with. And they're going, oh, it doesn't work. Yes, it does work that way. You know? But they'll tell you it doesn't, because the law. Whose law? What law? Their law is repugnant to the Constitution of the United States, and it's repugnant to God's law. They're the evil. They're not practicing good, they're practicing evil. And of course, we spin it around and make it all your fault. You escalated this. No, I didn't escalate anything. I told you, you're out of line. You have broke your oath of office. You are now in violation of the Constitution and a whole bunch of other stuff. Articles, 18, 242, 243 probably. There's a bunch of them in there. You're in violation of all these things, okay? You are now a criminal, all right? You need to stand down and get back in your car and go away and leave me alone. Well, I'm here because I have... No, you don't have any right to be here. You're no different than a Girl Scout selling cookies and knocking on my door. You don't have a warrant, you don't have a reason to be here. There's the street. Get the hell out of here. Oh, I don't have to. Get back in your house. Get back in your house. I'm giving you a lawful order to get back in your house. It's like you're standing on your front porch, and people have seen those videos. They're telling them, get back in your house. The guy's like chilling out there, what the hell's going on? I was going, get back in your house. I just want to know, get back in your house. I gave you a lawful order. Well, that's funny. You can't stand on your property, in your property, or anything else. That's funny. And you talk about people that endanger the lives of everyone. Innocent people, the citizen, everybody. They endanger their own lives. These people are reckless. I've said it before and I'll keep saying it again. Guns are like opinions. Everybody's got a right to have one, but not everyone should own one or have one. You know? Because these idiots run around, they just start unloading clips onto things, and bullets are ricocheting, bullets are flying here, bullets are flying there. They don't know where the hell these bullets are flying. How many of these school shootings do you think actually the children, the psychopath that went into the school actually shot up, and how many do you think the cops actually probably shot? They don't want to talk about that. Why? Because these people are reckless and they're dangerous. And there's laws against it being reckless and dangerous. Okay? You are a menace to society, is what you are. Because you're psychopaths. But the law says I could go out into a public area and I can discharge my gun at someone, even though there's women, children, infants, and innocent people all around. Bullets ricocheting off walls and buildings and everything else off ground and this and that, and striking people that have nothing. But I can do that. Dude, they should lock you in a padded room. And the guys that come out and go, oh, our policy is, I don't give a fuck about your policy. Policy is bullshit. It means nothing. What about your policy? My policy is you can't come on my property. My policy is you can't give me lawful orders. My policy, and they say, well, screw your policy. Our policy is what matters, not yours. Your rights? Oh, your rights don't matter either. You see how this works, man? It doesn't. It's a broken system. You're a slave. You're a peasant. Do you want to live like this? Do you want to continue to live like this? It's simple enough. You know, these people have problems. There was that one guy. He shot over their heads and they arrested him because the actual Mexican military was on his property, advancing towards him. He fired a few warning shots over the head, and the guy's 70-some years old, damn near 80, I thought, and they arrested him. My God, if I see a foreign military on my property in the United States, not in Mexico, but the United States, coming at me, I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe we are being invaded. I'm just supposed to go, well, here, let me put my, shoot me, take me president, whatever. I don't know. Maybe all suddenly there's a war, and Mexico decides they're going to invade us. I don't know what the hell's going on. But by God, they arrested the guy. These people are irresponsible. Not the guy that has out there shooting over their head, giving a warning shot, and say, listen, I'm armed, I will shoot. Turn around, go back. No, the people that arrested him. Instead of coming out and saying, buddy, good job, if that happens again, defend yourself. But no, I can't do that. Oh, you gotta let the federal government come in Texas and cut that razor wire, cut that Constantine wire, cut it so we can let these people in. You violated your oath of office because you're supposed to what? Oh, that's right, control the border and make sure we're safe. Blah 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 blah. You are now a criminal. Why are you walking the streets? Why are you sitting behind the damn Oval desk when you should be sitting in some damn orange jumpsuit, chained to a damn chair? That's where you should be. Oh, he's the president. He's the president of what? He's an illegal imposter. He has violated the laws of the land. He's supposed to uphold your rights. Congress is supposed to uphold your rights. The police and judges and prosecutors are supposed to uphold your rights. But you don't have any. They'll pick and choose what you get. That makes you a slave. You're a slave. You know, Jesus can't come back fast enough and put an end to this. And I'll tell you, if you think you're going to stand there and argue with him about the law, man, there's only one door into heaven, and that's the one he sends you through. There is no outdoor. There is no outdoor. Okay? If you believe you're going to be reincarnated and all this and that bullshit, well, guess what? You're sadly mistaken again. So people, like I said, keep praying for these people. Maybe something in their life will happen and it'll just shake them to their core. And they'll see the light of God. Maybe they'll see God's face. Maybe something will happen in their life that's so profound that they're like, they just can't just brush it aside. God is in the impossible business. He's the creator. There is no one greater. Okay? Nothing. Lord of lords, man. King of kings. Somebody can create the whole universe and is with everybody. He knows how many hairs are in your head. He knows when you're brushing your hair how many fell out and still knows how many's in your head. And that's for everybody on the whole planet. I mean, come on, man. You're screwing with him? You are a biggest fool. You're a fool. You're a fool. That's what you are. Yeah. Anyways, this ran way longer than I thought it was going to. I never intended it to be this long. But you get me talking, well, I get myself talking about things like this. And keep praying to God. Pray for His protection. Pray for His wisdom. Pray for His armor. He's always there. He's always with you. And always, always, always be right with Him. Thank Him. Communicate. Talk to Him. He wants to hear the good, the bad, your anxieties, the happy things. He wants to hear it all. Talk to Him. Talk to Him like you talk to your imaginary friends. Okay? Yeah, I did say imaginary friends. Well, why don't you just be quiet now? I'm done. All right. There's no one here, okay? I don't have imaginary friends, all right? So, unfortunately, I have to say that because some people might believe that. I mean, I don't know. I don't hear voices. I don't see things. I haven't died and went to heaven and lived 20,000 billion lifetimes. I haven't seen the light and followed the tunnel. I don't know. I could probably go on about a few things like that. I just don't remember all the stuff that crazy people say. But, well, I'm not saying they're crazy. I am sure there are some people God finds worthy and righteous enough to communicate with, like He did with Noah and Abraham and Noah and, I mean, not Noah, yeah, Moses and that. I mean, there are people that are righteous, and I believe he does. But I ain't one of them. Okay, I'm not hearing voices. So, and I don't have imaginary friends. It's just funny. I find that funny. I just find it humorous. Okay, you know. So when I do that, don't think that I'm actually, because I hate actually explaining to myself. Because it kind of takes the fun out of doing it. Takes the fun out of it. I like doing it. I like being a smartass. Just like when I got on here and was saying, that's the truth, and better unsubscribe, and stuff like that. I find humor in that. Some people are like, I understand what they're saying. They mean well and they have good intentions, good people. But that's just me. You know. And then when they want to say something to you about this or that, just tell them you identify as, I don't know, whatever. You identify as an illegal. Hand me, I don't know, $5,000, and give me a medical card and a food card and put me up in a 5-star motel too. Okay, because I identify as a illegal now. What's the best country to come from that you can get the most stuff? And then you can tell them you have like 20 kids or dependent or whatever, 20 little orphan children that you brought with you from an orphanage. And they're like, huh, what? I said, all of them over there. And they're like, you can't say they're crazy. You can't say anything because they believe they have these, okay? Because like if you believe you're a Furby or a furry or a cat or whatever, and you can do whatever and go to the bathroom in litter boxes and stuff at school, I suppose you can say you got, I don't know how many dependents that you got to take care of. And I mean, if they can do crazy shit like that, I suppose you can too. I'm being a smart ass, okay? They don't find humor in that stuff, I'm sure, because the law is very serious. The law is very serious. Better take me serious. I'm not a joke. Oh, you'll have contempt. You'll have defrauded and made a mockery of this court. My court. You made a mockery of my court. I said, dude, I can't do any worse than you're doing already. I can't screw this up worse than you. I can't make you a bigger joke than you are right now. And you talk about contempt. I got real contempt for you because you're a bunch of idiots. I'm not saying all of them are. Some. It's the ones you don't hear about that are probably the good ones, and the morons come to the surface. Morons come to the surface. You turn on the news and you watch the whack jobs, and there's usually a few whack jobs. They put the camera over here where the whack jobs are. If they pan the camera this or that way, you probably find out, well, hell, there might be 20 people there. That's it. Maybe 10. But there's thousands of them. I was surrounded. I need to cut this short, man. Nobody's even watched it this far. I'm talking to myself, man. Anyways, keep praying for one another, man. I'm rooting for you. God is always there for you. He's there. He's listening. Talk to him. Have a relationship with him. He's not imaginary, okay? Okay? He's not imaginary, all right? He's there. Okay? So. Oh, man. I could have so much to answer for. Jeez, man. That's not funny. But hey, you take care.